successful event. So
217 Recovery Podcast.
Go by 217 Recovery.
My name's Justin Burke.
I'm doing a podcast with Corey Winfrey. All right.
What did he say my name was?
Corey Winfrey?
Winfrey?
As well.
Corey Winfrey.
What are we doing?
Corey Winfrey.
Corey Winfrey up in the house today. It's 217 Recovery Podcast.
So
Justin
here we go.
Burke hanging out with me.
Ready, Mark?
Justin, how you doing, man?
Great, man. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Things are a little loud here.
Really loud here.
We might have to go to the van. We have a special van
Yeah, we do.
that might have to work for us.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot. It's a little better now. But when we had, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's all right, though.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, yeah. Like the guy on stage, he's talking about being late for the event because his plane was late.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You ever flown on a plane, Justin?
Never.
Never?
No, I never have, but I'm thinking about taking a flight next year, though.
Really?
To Maui.
Oh, yeah. I know a guy that has a house there.
Yeah, so do I.
Nice.
I'm thinking about taking my honeymoon there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. You could do that. Well, if you're late, are you going to blame it on the plane?
No, I got this thing called Corey time.
Yeah. See, and that's all he needs to do. Instead, he's blaming the plane. He can say, I should have probably left a little earlier, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's that accountability.
It really is. I mean, it boils down to it. So we're also going to try to do this, which I need to get this going too on Facebook. We tried this for my office, and it was. I mean, we had some struggles.
Yeah, we did.
Should I try Facebook or YouTube?
Let's do Facebook.
Okay, let's go Facebook. And we're going to break this up into different hours as well. So we'll figure that out as we go. Maybe we'll do next hour on YouTube. I don't really know. But it's a nice, cool day out here. We're at the Capitol building in Lansing.
We got News Channel 10 in front of us here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to steal our thunder, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's no thunder really to steal. And once they realize that, maybe they will kind of back away, but they probably won't. But yeah, if you're coming out to the UFAM rally, this is an event for people in recovery. And there's already so many people out here, Justin. Look around. I mean, it just started 14 minutes ago. And there's people everywhere, man. And we got people walking in front of us and stuff. Sorry, I was distracted. But we have name badges. So come by and see us. We'll give you a name badge. You can walk around. We have information about 217 Recovery if you ever wanted to know about us.
Shirts $15.
Is that what you're selling them for today?
Hoodies zipped up or pullovers $30.
Nice.
Hats $35. All the proceeds to our merch goes to help people in early recovery to give them rides. So all of our proceeds actually go back to helping people in early recovery. Mm-hmm. It's not that we use them for any other to benefit us at all.
Like
it
buying
all goes
boats and stuff?
Yeah, like we don't do that. We're a 501c3. We do things to help out people in early recovery. Even to go as far as to donate socks, bedding, underwear. We even give shirts and hoodies in the wintertime to treatment centers for people that don't have anything. So that way they are warm and clothed, because me and you both know the battles of addiction.
Yeah.
And in treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the struggle. We know the trenches.
Yeah. And that's good that people understand that, they know what's going on. They've been through it. And it really helps when people are like, hey, what is that going for? What's it doing? And I'm like, well, that's what we're doing. So I'm stalling. I appreciate you taking the lead on that. I'm trying to set this up on Facebook as we go live on Facebook, but this is the same setting, stream, viewer, interactivity, distribution back.
And it's actually really nice because, we brought people down with us from Traverse City that are in early recovery. I brought my stepson down. actually pulled him out of school today because I figured this is a really big event for him to come and see. He's 16, sophomore in high school. This is around him every day. And it just gives him courage to actually reframe, to say no, and to make healthy decisions, and to see that there is support out here to help him and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And your wife just brings you a nice Big B coffee and sets it right in front of your camera.
Wow, yeah, she doesn't understand.
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
It's hard for some people.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to go 360. I really don't understand what's going on. Maybe we should just do YouTube.
Maybe.
Just waiting for camera. Okay, go to dashboard. It wants me to complete some details. When you came down, it depends where you're coming from too, but I don't think it's too bad as far as like traffic and stuff. I think it's actually pretty easy to get to the Capitol. We parked right out front. Where did you park?
I parked right down from where you did. I seen you put cones around our actually community outreach van that we partnered with ATS. I parked right down from the other side of the Capitol sidewalk that leads right out to Capitol Drive. I just parked right down from where you did and followed your suit, and I put orange caution cones around my car too. But it's Capitol. It'll work out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we hope anyway.
Right.
No, it should be fine.
I like this though. This is pretty cool. A little drumming circle down here at the Capitol for a well-variety.
Yeah.
A little spirituality this morning. Start out the UFAM rally with.
We should see if... Well, let's just turn our microphones that way and let people listen in for a minute. All right. Guess we're back.
You got it going?
I think so. Anyway, we just started our live stream, I believe, on Facebook. It took me roughly 7 minutes to get that going. So, all right, we're live.
Yeah.
On the Facebook. So, hello for people on Facebook. And you can see Justin. You can see myself. You can see a tent behind us. Andy's over to my right. I'm pointing at him right now.
Casey's over here to my left.
Casey, how's it going?
Good, gentlemen.
Nice.
Great. We're here for recovery.
We are here for recovery, if you could hear him say that.
Your wife's standing right here?
Yep. Everybody's watching the ceremony. Let me just pull the camera up here. You can kind of see.
My wife just brought me the wrong bang.
Around.
As she flipped me off on a live podcast.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
On video.
Keeping it classy.
I know,
that's
right?
What we do here. And I don't think they understand either. The camera picks up like it's a
the whole 360 view.
Because it's one of those cool cameras. But thanks.
Right. At least she says I love you as she does it.
Yeah, that's very nice. But when you come out today, Justin, you already said find a parking spot. It can be easy if you find cones. You just pull up and put the cones behind your car. Look official. I have a badge, so it helps. I don't know why, but badges usually do help.
I forgot mine at home.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks have been real hell for me.
Yeah, let's talk about it. How's it going?
Well, I had a death in the family that was real close to me. And teenagers can be really, can make your life really crazy, too.
Is it teenagers or is it...
Teenagers.
Because I don't have kids. I don't know.
Teenagers. They can really make you think the whole process of ever having kids.
Really?
Yeah. I really don't want to go into it, really, but they can really just change your whole thought process. Some of them, know.
Well, with that being said, and the loss in the family, I know that hit you really hard, and that can trip up a lot of people in early recovery. I can sit here and say, "Oh man, I'll be good if something happens. I'll be good," but I don't know, and that would be a flat out lie.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that I don't think you can really truly ever prepare for. But, I mean, even though, you handled it, you didn't go use. But I know people that have. Even though right now, sitting here talking, we both know that, hey, if I use again, if I drink again, it's not going to help it. It's not going to help one thing, but something about 20 years of addiction, it's a crutch. It's always there. And that's what they say. Like, it's there waiting, doing push-ups. It's getting stronger. It's waiting for you.
And my uncle got diagnosed with cancer like right after Easter. And he knew he had something wrong with him a long time ago. And because the last time I talked to him right before I started my new job at Catholic Human Services, which I love as peer recovery coach. It's a fabulous job. But he encouraged me a lot to make right with my mother and father, my biological father. Mm-hmm. He strongly encouraged it, which was really weird. He always encouraged me to talk to my biological father, but never really
there you go.
encouraged me to do it that strongly. So after he passed, I looked back on it and reflected really strongly. And it really drug me, after he passed, it really drug me down a lot. Because I was like, he really knew something was wrong. And I felt like I should have went and seen him. But just going down there where I used all the time, it was really bad and really hard. And so with that being said, he always encouraged me to, after I got clean, just stay where I was at and everything else to keep on the right path. He was really proud of me. He encouraged me to do better. And he was just really happy that I was doing good. I actually had a career for once in my life. I wasn't working blue collar anymore. I actually had a career in something. And he was impressed. And it meant a lot to me for him to be that way. And so, with that being said, like I was happy for once. I felt like I actually made him happy and proud. And so I just kept moving forward. And like he just ended up going downhill really fast. Like he ended up going to ICE. He went into the hospital. They did chemo on him. He was in there for like a week. He ended up getting C. diff, which is like a bacteria in the colon, highly contagious.
Ow.
Right. And he went down to, they put him in a special room. 3 days later, they took him down to like ICU, ventilated him on a Friday, right before Mother's Day. And then Mother's Day, like 48 hours, my father pulled the plug. Well, when he went down to ICU on the ventilator, I told my father, because me and my father's never been really close. But in that sense, me and my uncle were. I really enjoyed his company and everything else, that we got really close. We bonded like father and son. And I just told my father, I was like, please don't make him suffer. Just don't. And he goes, I won't. He goes, I have more respect for him than that. And so 48 hours later, he told me he pulled the plug on Mother's Day.
Dang.
And then, like I said earlier, teenagers can be teenagers. It wasn't 4 days later, my stepdaughter decided to be an unruly teenager. In today's society, people knows anything about teenagers and being unruly. Mm-hmm. People just understand what I'm trying to say right now.
So like loud music and stuff, or running around trying to do sex stuff with boys or girls or whoever?
That a little bit, and just defiance, and mixed with a little bit of mental health. Let's say maybe a little self-harming, you know.
Okay, so a lot of just... Yeah. See, I'm going through something similar. I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but got this kitten, and this kitten like hates me, and it goes up to my dear sacred cat Nico, who's a sweet baby girl, and she'll just punch her right in the face with her paw. Like, she'll walk up to her and she'll just look at her, and Nico, just being a sweet baby girl, is just like meow, meow, and she just hits her right in the face, and I'm like, that's not acceptable, you know. I try to talk to her about it, and if you know anything about cats, they don't really know English. They know the word no, and when I snap my fingers, they know, uh-oh, something's coming, you know, better pay attention, better be on high alert. So that's kind of my knowledge with cat speak and talk and stuff. So, I mean, I can feel a little bit about what you're going through, but not like all. I don't have total empathy with you,
right?
But that sucks, and that's cool that you could pause yourself and realize, all right, this is an issue right now. You know, I'm dealing with loss. I'm dealing with, you know, trouble at home. And that's the thing about mental health is you can't do it for somebody else. You know, addiction, mental health, to me, hand in hand, man. And I can sit here all day long, you know, and tell you what I did and what helped me, but that might not work for you. And as much as we want to do it, and I think that's what drives our parents nuts, is when we're going through the stuff, they want us to just be better. They don't want to see us suffering. They don't want to see us like going downhill. Nobody, just like you know, you don't want to see your stepdaughter going downhill, you know, or having a bad time. But yet there's nothing you can do about it.
No, there's not.
You know, that's so frustrating.
And like after my uncle passed, you know, like I did something that most people don't do. I did the one thing that most people don't do. I reached out.
Yeah.
I reached out to you. Mm-hmm. I reached out to old coworkers. I reached out to new coworkers. I reached out to friends in the program. And then even like when stuff happened with my stepdaughter, I reached out to your wife.
What?
I let her know what happened, you know, just because it was a female, and she would be understanding. She texted me earlier that morning, asked me if I was still planning on doing my meeting, you know, that night that we do for 217, that I do, and my fiance/wife, because we have that title. Hopefully we make it that long. Not hopefully, but, you know, I mean, life's been hell, and we have that open line of communication with each other, and we continue that line of communication, and we respect each other. And like, even though we've gone through a lot of turmoil since we've been together, but we still have that deep connection with each other a lot. And like I just said, we have that open line of communication. Like, we can talk to each other about anything. Like, I've dredged up deepest, darkest secrets that I've never even shared with a therapist yet. You know, just because there's so much shame and guilt that come along with it that I just haven't felt comfortable opening up yet with. Uh-huh. And, like, I have with her, and it's just that safe feeling. Like, I actually feel like I have that safe person for once in my life that I can share that with. And I don't think if I was honestly sober, I wouldn't share that stuff with anybody. stuff from my childhood that I don't think I would ever share with anybody.
Wow.
You know, and it's like that weight's lifted off my shoulder, you know? Stuff that most people would look at me and be like, yeah, well, I went through that, but, you know, that I would look at and be ashamed of. We're
Right.
guilt-filled, guilt-ridden.
The guilt is tough sometimes. And Marnie, if we could get you to turn that speaker up, maybe we'll see if we're broadcasting live on that as well. Because I know there's a dude on the stage, but like, yeah, we'll see if we are coming through. Because I went to the app, 217 Recovery app, and I went to the live from UFAM section, and I hit play on my phone. So my phone is supposedly connected to that through Bluetooth, which is probably not on Bluetooth. It's probably on something else, and I think she's having a hard time with it. Marnie.
He's going to take his time getting up here because he busted a wheel. Probably trying to help
CD or...
And listen, if you're a newcomer...
No, it's on the top, like the input.
It's better to be a newcomer than a no-comer.
It's hard. It's hard being broadcasting from Lansing. Oh, and Deborah, I want to say hi to her too. She's watching on Facebook, or at least she was at one point, and she's like, "This is awesome." I remember when I first started the podcast. There's Tyrone 217 Recovery podcast. I started listening to her. Pastor Deb is what she goes by, and her podcasts are so real. I really do enjoy hers. So if you get a chance, look for Pastor Deb. Her podcasts, like I said, are great. And when I Pastor, when I'm taking people to treatment, I have a lot of time in the car, so I'll listen to her podcast sometimes, and it's like she talks about God a lot, and there's a lot of times where I'm just like, man, God wanted me to hear that today, because it's like just going right along with what I'm talking about or what I'm thinking about. And then, you know, I'll always have those conversations with Marnie later on too, and I'm like, man, I was listening to Pastor Deb today, and she's just like, oh man, that's great. So big shout out to her, and thanks for joining us, thanks for listening. And we might have to, I don't know, I hate it when I see people struggle to figure things out. That's not even I was going to say, like, struggle with, like, their sobriety and stuff.
Yeah, she's struggling.
I didn't come from a broken home. People say, oh, you must have had a
Says it's Bluetooth ready.
Okay, well, it says it's playing on my phone. Oh, I wonder if I need to, like, struggle with, like...
I don't know.
Self-inflicted retardation for 20 years.
Whoa, did he just say what I think he did?
Get high at the age of 12. Getting high wasn't no fun. Well, that's
okay, so
stopped a long time ago.
Disconnect.
Yeah, getting high for me was fun till 1989 BC, before crack.
Till 1989 BC, before crack.
Right, all right. Now, Marnie, I'm connected to it. I'm connected, so I don't know. And we have the other microphone too, and like BC
before crack.
Yeah. See, here's another mic. So now I'm like in stereo. If you're watching on the live stream, you can see that I'm in stereo.
Yeah. You sound really loud.
Yeah, but I don't like that. So there's I would say a few hundred people here. Again, I'll take the camera and move it around. You can kind of see everything anyway, but because there's people in front of us. See this guy that's standing here. His name's Andy. See, Andy needs to be like going, hey, you want a name badge?
Yeah, you want a name badge? You want to win a shirt so you don't have to pay for one?
Yeah, so that's why we'll have to pass the podcast off to Marnie to let her do some of the podcasts, because we'll have to actually get out there and start doing some things. And that's the fun thing about this event, too.
Yeah.
Is we have that chance and the opportunity
right
to do that kind of stuff. And it's fun. To be sober, it's fun to be out here, and it's fun to do things. So, I don't know, Marnie's looking at me like I just blew her world, or maybe not.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the first section, the first part of the podcast that we're doing. I think I hear myself in the background.
Yeah, I do.
This is awesome. So
That's
we're
amazing.
gonna get Tyrone over there. Tyrone, you can kind of see him in the blue shirt.
We got Tyrone.
Yep.
We got my
Justin's
stepson
left.
Logan. We got April,
Yep.
my fiance. We got Bryce, Doug.
Yep.
Tim.
And we got the 217 crew in front of there.
We got Sam over here sitting in the red T-shirt.
Yep.
We got Andrew.
Yep. Andy's sitting over here. We're just chilling. But we'll have to get Tyrone out with the wireless, which we could probably try that right now, and we'll see if that works. My man Christian from the Lifeboat Recovery Podcast, they're kind of behind us, and he cut his finger almost completely off today.
Ooh.
I know, and he came up to me, and I said, bro, I got some tape.
Is that why you needed the tape?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So we threw some tape on it, and he just kept going. The dude's hardcore, man. And I cannot wait to talk to him later just to make sure that he's cool, that he's okay, because I hate to see people lose fingers and stuff at recovery rallies.
Right.
Like, I hate that. It's one of the worst things that you can really do is lose a finger at a recovery rally.
I think we should play some 217 games today.
Okay.
And give away some T-shirts.
Okay. I like it.
You like that?
Yeah, so what are you actually thinking? So if somebody's driving here right now and they're like, oh, I'm going to drive faster because I want to get with them shirts. Dude, calm down. Just go to the speed limit. Well, you can go over the speed limit. You can do whatever you want, but just don't blame us for driving crazy here to win one of these shirts, because I know you want one, but there'll be an opportunity for you. We're going to be here till 4 o'clock today.
I think we should do 1 an hour.
1 an hour?
Yeah, 1 an hour.
Okay. Like, to just random people? Or if you sign up on the website? Or how do you want to do that?
Not really for sure. Maybe grab somebody walking by the tent.
Okay.
Or we could send someone out with the wireless mic.
Yeah, and if you are listening, you can come up to the tent, and the first 1,000 people that come up to us and say, I was listening to your podcast on the way to the event, we will give you a shirt. First 1,000.
Yeah.
So
sounds great.
Throwing it out there, giving you opportunities.
Code word. What's the code word? 217 game.
That's the code word?
Yeah, 217 game.
Okay. So how 217 game works is we will give, like, example. We're going to send Tyrone out here with this wireless mic. That if you're watching on Facebook Live, I'm putting this microphone together here with the live adapter. This guy's going through the struggle, if you can hear him in the background. And that's the thing, like when we were out here 3 years ago, 2019, we did a podcast from out here, but we recorded it. We weren't live like we are today. And it was kind of funny because we couldn't really hear each other because the microphones we had then were different types, and they just straight up picked up the people in the background. So hopefully this, well, I mean, I can hear it in our headphones. I mean, I can hear myself. I can still hear them.
Yeah.
But he is screaming at us through those big-ass microphone speakers.
I said, Luke, I need your help.
So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, but now we can go live with the chicken. So I'm going to go hand this to Tyrone. Now we need to figure out if Tyrone... Well, you know what? We might have to do that in a minute because there's a lot involved here because he's got to put on headphones so that he can hear what we're saying to him. And there's going to be a little delay. Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit silly, but it'll be doable. So let me turn this off real quick. And yeah, this is going to be exciting.
This is going to be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I lived in Grand Rapids.
Uh-huh.
There's this radio station called 104.5.
Okay.
And they used to do this to their intern.
Mm-hmm.
They would send them out with a wireless mic and wireless headphones into the street to do this to random people. Mm-hmm. And it would give them things to stay. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. That's kind of where I used to do the same thing, too. But yeah, it's always fun when you do it to other people.
Yeah. I mean,
there's Joyce Petro. She's walking up to she's got I don't know where she's going. She's walking up to the stage. Joyce, a friend of ours. A lot of people in the recovery industry in Michigan know Joyce.
Yeah, I know Joyce. I've met her a few times.
Yeah, you probably saw her walk right past because I forgot we got the cameras going on the Facebook. See if anybody has got any questions for us on there. Can't hear your session as speaker is louder, as my mom says. Thank you. You are my inspirations, Deborah said. What up, Malachi? So,
what up, Facebook?
The speaker is louder, so apparently that is coming through pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just
I don't hear it in my headphones.
I don't either. So let's turn that off. Now it's just me.
Yeah, I don't hear it in our speaker playing behind us.
I know. Sometimes
this is gonna be one of those things.
Yeah,
we're live.
Yeah, but it can be kind of annoying too. Like I said when we were here a few years ago. Oh, unless my mom. Oh, she might be. No, because that should be coming through our microphones as well. Because I was saying the Facebook should be. Let me check the settings on that. Maybe that's what she's talking about. I can't figure that out at this point. But I thought I had set it up to go through. Let me check it out here.
We got Tori from Numsass that just stopped by.
Oh, I don't know what that place is, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I've heard of them, but it's
right.
About it. Yeah, so yeah, I think that might be a Facebook issue, is what she's talking about.
Yeah, it must be.
I mean, it maybe could not be, but in order for me to
hang on just a second,
do anything about this, we'll have to figure that out later. But we'll go live with Tyrone here in a minute. But we just wanted to kind of kick things off, and we will double check, I guess, some things to make sure everything is going cool. But this will give other people who are going to be listening on iHeartRadio, Spotify, stuff like that, this will give them a chance to go ahead and catch up, I guess you could say. But if you are listening on Spreaker, do appreciate it, and we'll be back again at 11, and we'll send Tyrone out. Marnie will jump on, and yeah, we'll do that. But if you're on your way, come on out. It's a beautiful day here in Lansing, UFAM rally, live in Lansing, Michigan, at the Capitol building, right here on the lawn. You're going to be here till 4 o'clock. Come out, we'll have a good time, and we will holla at you in a little bit. For real. At 11.
All right.